Thank you very much. Terrible. Terrible. What's going on is terrible. And when you look at what happened in that case, it was just reported, one from Syria. Our president wants to take in 250,000 from Syria. I mean, think of it, 250,000 people. And we all have heart. And we all want people taken care of and all of that. But with the problems our country has, to take in 250,000 people, some of whom are going to have problems, big problems. And when you look at Paris, you know, the toughest gun laws in the world, Paris. Nobody had guns but the bad guys. Nobody. Nobody had guns. And they were just shooting them one by one. And then they broke in and had a big shootout and ultimately killed the terrorists. And I'll tell you what, you can say what you want, but if they had guns, if our people had guns, if they were allowed to carry, it would have been a much, much different situation. I hear it all the time. You know, you look at certain cities that have the highest violence, the highest problem with guns and shootings and killings. Chicago, as an example, toughest gun laws in the United States. Nothing but problems. By the way, in Mexico, if you want to become a citizen of Mexico, it's the hardest country in the world just about to become a citizen of. But over here, come on in, folks. We're a bunch of dopes. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. You know the whole thing about the anchor babies. You have a woman, she's pregnant, walks onto the United States, has the baby. We take care of the baby for the next 85 years. So, not going to happen. And I was right about it. 14th Amendment doesn't say that. You walk in illegally, you have a baby, the baby doesn't stay. And they said, oh, you need a whole new constitutional amendment. It would take years and years and could never be gotten. You don't need that. You know that. I turned out to be right. The great legal scholars have said he's right. So you don't need it. But before we go further, I just met these people backstage, and they've been very nice to me because I've been very nice to them, because I've been saying what's been going on. And there are many others that I've met. This is a few. The Remembrance Project, where people's loved ones were killed by illegal immigrants, people that were here, violently killed. One of the men, I became sort of a friend of his, Jamil. He had a son, young football player, good. He was applying to Stanford. He was a quarterback. Great kid, never had a problem in his life. A great young man. And he went to the deli, and he came back home, and he was violently shot in the head many times. And his father heard the shots outside. One of the saddest stories. And he told the story. I was talking to my boy. And my boy said, I'll be home in 5 minutes, Pop. I've got you a sandwich from the deli. And he's walking home, and the father, Jamil Shaw, the father heard shots right outside. And it was a guy shooting his son in the head. And then his son laying on the ground is like this. And he shot him through the hand with the .45, which is obliterated his hands, everything. Killed instantly. And the father lay down on the sidewalk, couldn't believe what happened. Couldn't believe it, said this couldn't happen. And he's just a great guy. And he's not here today, but other people are. And I'd just like to bring them, the Remembrance Project. These are amazing people. Come on up stage, folks. These are amazing people, and no matter where I go, I meet people that have lost a son, a daughter, a brother, sister. their mothers, and so many. Recently in California, we had a veteran, a 66-year-old veteran. But we can't have this anymore. We just can't have a country like this where it's being run like the way it's being run. So come on over. Say about your boy and what happened. Real quick.
Thank you, Mr. Trump. My name is Laura Wilkerson, and my son Joshua was 18. He was asked for a ride home by someone we found out later was illegal. He beat him in the head with a closet rod. He strangled him, let him go, strangled him, let him go. He kicked him in the stomach so hard that it sliced his spleen in two. And after he finally murdered him, he tied him up like an animal, threw him in a field, and set him on fire. It's something you don't want to live through. The list is on and on. Thank you, Mr. Trump, for bringing it out, and the media is finally picking up on it. It happens every single day. It happens every day. I want to say just one thing. Don't forget Brandon Mendoza, Dominic Durden, and Drew Rosenberg. They're not here today, but there's a long list of names. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Carrie Ruiz, and my husband Lou and I, this is our daughter Felicia. She was murdered by an illegal alien in '99. She was ambushed, beaten, her throat was cut, and she was stabbed over 39 times. And we have been 16 years trying to catch this, her fugitive, and he's hiding in Venezuela. We know that much. And they refuse to let us have him. They know he's wanted for murder in the United States, and we just hope that someday the U.S. Marshals will be able to bring him out. Marshal Cameron Welch is the marshal on our daughter's case. We just want justice for our daughter, so I'm a little nervous up here. But please, we need to elect someone like Mr. Trump for president so he can stop all this, please.
So I just realized as I was listening that, so in Venezuela, I'm going to do just fine with Venezuela, believe me. If I win, we will get him out fast, believe me.
Hi, my name is Rhonda West. My son is Kendrick Owens. He was killed March 6, 2010 by an illegal immigrant and drunk driver while he was walking down the road with his best friend. I want to thank you, Mr. Trump, for everything you're doing, and you're our only hope. We love you. We love you. Thank you.
My name is Debbie. My brother David was killed in March by a drunk illegal immigrant. It was a hit and run. The accident severed his legs, and the body was lodged in the windshield. The driver dumped the body in an apartment parking lot and then drove away and tried to run from the police. They did catch him, and we did have a trial, but he's serving 10 years probation.
My name is Dan Govach. I'm the father of Spencer Govach. This is my son. He was 25 years old. January 31st this year, he was sitting at a red light in the neighborhood that I grew up in. An illegal alien from Mexico that had been deported 4 times, had a rap sheet that included felonies, assaults, and burglaries, and had been in our federal prison system for 5.5 years. Pulled up to a red light, randomly picked my son out, blew his brains out, went on and shot 4 more people. Listen, this is the result of politically correct politics. They have no problem sacrificing your loved one, your child, for the advancement of their own little agenda, but they will PC you into the ground. And I want to thank Mr. Trump for standing up and saying the things that need to be said that no one else is saying.